Well, how's it going, everyone? It's your boy, Big D here. It is July 31st. Wow, the last day of July. In less than 1 month, I gotta go back to school. Sadly, most people probably have to go back to school. You yourselves, if you're older, go back to college, or if you're not in college, well, you don't have to worry about nothing. Just worry about your life right now. But still, July 31st, baby, and that means that Mission Impossible, the fifth installment, comes out. I'm gonna say the title in a moment, but of course, you have your main cast coming back. Tom Cruise as Ethan Hunt, Simon Pegg coming back, Ving Rhames. We have, forgetting myself here, Jeremy Renner coming back, and also we have Alec Baldwin in here. And basically, this is the American version of James Bond, man. This is our version of James Bond. At least people say, but not. You don't have to really agree, but still, hell, man. Tom Cruise is back. Last time I saw him was in Edge of Tomorrow, which was June 2014. I love that movie. It's underrated. This time, it's back to a grounded franchise that stands on its own 2 feet. This movie is directed by Christopher McQuarrie. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my non-spoiler review for Mission Impossible: Rogue Nation. So how's everyone doing? I hope all of you are doing fine. I hope you guys are enjoying hope you guys are enjoying the end of July, and hopefully you have a great August. I hope you guys get everything you want to, have done before the hell begins again. So let's get right to it. First off, again, like I said, non-spoilers. I'm just going to give you my pros and cons and final score and tell you whether or not you should go see this movie. You've probably already seen this movie if you're a big Tom Cruise fan, big Simon Pegg fan, big Mission Impossible fan. Hey, am I, baby? It's been around even before I was born. It was 1996. I was born in 98. Devilish child I was. Either way, let's get right to it. First off, I gotta say the pros. The directing and cinematography in here. Christopher McQuarrie, this is his first time, I believe, directing Mission Impossible, because each movie, a different director. He did Jack Reacher. I never saw Jack Reacher because I'm not a huge Tom Cruise fan, to be honest. I'm going to TBH you guys. But I do see a few of his movies, and I still got to see Jack Reacher. That's the one I still got to see. Check it out. I know, I hear it's good, but the directing and cinematography in this movie is freaking awesome. It looks clean, it's crisp, it's beautiful. I love the camera angles, and definitely during the action scenes, there's a few, 2 or 3 scenes where it goes first person. It's like you're Ethan Hunt. You're riding a motorcycle. It shows the hands on the motorcycle, and I'm like, what? It literally felt like you were riding the motor. Okay, you didn't actually feel it, but you could get the comprehension of what's going on here. You saw what Ethan Hunt was seeing. You saw what he was seeing. Underwater scene, your hands were like that. It almost feels like it's a video game Call of Duty where the hands like press X, the action button. Like the whole scenes. It's really awesome, and I do love the directing. Again, the action stunts and everything with the camera angles following, and you could actually see the action and the people falling and the hits most of the time during the film. So that was a really a good treat there. I love the locations we go. I'm not going to name the locations, but we do go to more than 5 or 6 locations in the movie. It feels like we go a lot of places, and I think it was really well done. I think the places we saw was really cool. I think the places we went to actually looked awesome. I mean, we did a lot of different things. Every place has a different mission, but it all leads into the bigger picture, I guess you could say. I really do enjoy the action. The best thing about Mission Impossible is the action in here, the hand-to-hand combat, and even the gun battles sometimes. Tom Cruise does awesome in here, as always. He's always good at the action and definitely the stunts, his own stunts that he does. He's like our American Jackie Chan also. He was awesome. My favorite man is in here, Simon Pegg, and he brought all the funny lines in here, and I think that the lines were well written. I think he did very awesome. I love his character, Bungie. I probably got that wrong right now. Bungie, I forget, honestly. But he's been around since Mission Impossible 3. I've seen Mission Impossible 1, I've seen parts of 2, parts of 3, and I've seen Ghost Protocol. So I haven't seen all of them completely. I just haven't found the time yet, but still, I know how awesome. I saw some Mission Impossible 2 action scenes, and trust me, every action scene in Mission Impossible is amazing. But Simon Pegg in here, we're going back to comedy. He works so very well in here, of course, with the cast, because they've been around for a while. It's funny, very funny, the lines, and even Tom Cruise has a few comedic jokes. Ving Rhames gives a lot of comedic side to it, too, and Jeremy Renner has. They all have comedic sides, even Alec Baldwin in a part. They all have a little bit of comedic side to it. Again, the practical stunts, Very well done, especially the ones that Tom Cruise did, you know, like the airplane one and other ones. The stunts are really, really, really cool, and some are going to have your mouth wide open. I love the music in here. There's some orchestrated music in here, and then they you know, I hope that's not copyright, but no, but seriously, the music in here is totally fine. I definitely enjoy it, and definitely adds to the intensity of the movie during some action scenes. There are a lot of long scenes, but they're the best scenes where the action scenes are, and it's a long, continuous shot. And of course it's edited, but it looks like long, continuous, and it's definitely just the action scenes and going forward. And it's long, but it doesn't drag. I'm talking about the action long scenes. Like the chase goes on for a while. It doesn't go on for like 5 minutes straight, but it goes close to it. And it keeps on getting entertaining every way you turn. The effects. I love the practical effects, and I love the CGI effects. The CGI effects, they may look a little spooky to some people, but I think it was done the best way it could to make it as realistic as possible as they can. So the effects were no problem. The airplane scene definitely was awesome. It was short. It was cut short. I don't know if it was actually cut short-wise, but I'm saying it was. I felt like it should have been longer and should have had a bigger impact into the film. Like they always showed it in the trailer and everything, but it's basically an opening part of the film. The ending of this movie definitely has you smiling, and you're kind of like, well, okay, all right, groovy. I love the gadgets and the technology in here. Of course, there's a lot of new gadgets in here, and I definitely enjoy them. It's really cool if you're into that Mission Impossible things. You know the gadgets and all the new spyware they use. It's just really awesome. Also, like I said, practical effects. They use a lot of practical effects in here too, as much as they can. So, Tom Cruise and well, the MIF are back. Is that IMF or IFM? British Intelligence. I totally forget. See, I don't watch Mission Impossible every day like you hardcore fans, so I take breaks. The cons now. The villain in here, which you could say the leader of the syndicate. Very cliched. I didn't like him one bit. I didn't find him menacing. I just found him like another, hey, just cliched, foreign British enemy. Talks funny, you know. I found it just like, wow, it's just a regular villain. You know, better than Ghost Protocol villain, of course, everyone's saying, and I do agree with that. But the villain, he's not a bad actor or anything. I definitely hate to the actor, awesome for being cast as a villain and everything, and I think he did good for what he was meant to do, but still, again, he's just cliched villain, basically. That's it. That's all I'm saying. The airplane scene was short again, where he's hanging off the side of the plane. That was really, you know, you think that, oh, it's a big part to the story. It's not, and I was kind of disappointed by that. I was like, wow, they just hyped us all for that, just for it to be done quickly. The cliched things. There's a bunch of cliched spy things, and you think after 5 movies they'd get done with the cliched jokes and everything. Sometimes even when an actor says a line, like Jeremy Renner says a line, it almost sounds like he's reading it off to like a script, and then he says it in a voice like, yeah, we need to we need to find Ethan Hunt. Like he does his voice differently, and I'm like, what? Like they change their voices, like Alec Baldwin, like, Mr. Prime Minister, we have to save you. Like they do their voice differently, and I'm like, wow, what's going on here? It's kind of weird. Like the script was, I don't know who handled the script. I know Christopher McQuarrie directed it, but still, there were a few things that really irritated me there. It felt long. It's a 2-hour and 10-minute movie, but it does feel long because parts of it drag. It gets, after an action scene, it goes slow, and it's okay, you know, a few slow scenes, but there are some that drag on, and it feels like a long movie to that. Like I said, Vacation, the other movie I saw, my review's out, it's an hour and 30 minutes. It felt like a 2.5, 3-hour movie because just the way the story, the way they handled it, it felt long, and I felt like I was just sitting there in, you know, purgatory. So this movie, I was with my friends, and they do agree, hey, it was long. It's a long-ass movie, basically, and it's true, it is. Alec Baldwin's character, I don't hate him, per se. I think Alec Baldwin is very talented. He definitely is a great actor for the parts that he's done over the past 20 years. But still, just the way his character was written at first, like, every time you see him on screen, you're kind of like, oh, fuck, this guy. So, he does get annoying after a while, but then at the end, you're kind of like, oh, that's very clever the way they handled it, but still his character is annoying. And I'm like, why is Alec Baldwin even in here? Does he really even fit in here? Does he? Let's be honest. Does he fit the Mission Impossible? Like, he fits the Mission Impossible profile, but is he needed? 100% needed. That's the question for you guys. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give Mission Impossible Rogue Nation a B-, an 8.15 out of a 10. It's a good movie overall. It's not great. My expectations were not that high, but I definitely feel like I just said, hey, it's an action movie. It's a summertime movie. Let's have some fun. Did I have fun? Yes, I did. The theater was packed for a Saturday morning. Everyone had a fun time. Or Friday morning, excuse me for that, not Saturday. But everyone definitely seemed to enjoy it. I think it was a good movie, on the verge of okay. I was going to give it a C+, but I am giving it a B-. I know this does have nothing to do with comparison, but this is way better than Terminator Genesis. Just saying. But Mad Max is a better film than Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. Just saying there too. Ladies and gentlemen, if you love Tom Cruise, Simon Pegg, or any of these action spy type of movies, and Mission Impossible Rogue Nation is the movie for you, I recommend you to see it in IMAX 3D, because I didn't see it in IMAX, but the way it was filmed, the way it was shot, the way the action, the choreography, and the sounds are, it seems like an IMAX movie all the way, so go ahead and check it out there. Thank you so much for watching. Hope all of you enjoyed. Again, Mission Impossible Rogue Nation, a B-. Check you all next time. Next week, my reviews, hopefully, I have my tickets already. For sure next week, Fantastic Four. I will be doing a spoiler review on that too, hopefully, if I get that done in time by next weekend. So, Thursday night, next Thursday, Fantastic Four review. And hopefully, on the weekend, Friday or Saturday, I will be watching The Gift with Jason Bateman if it comes to my town. Until next time, guys, hope all of you enjoyed. Comment down below and let me know what you think about Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. And until next time, again, may the Spock be with you. Always subscribe for more.